Hey bestie, you're welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be taking us through on how to make this beautiful gown that we are watching currently on the screen. I'm going to be showing you can see the neck, the armhole. I'm going to be showing us how to make this in a very professional way and how to create the ruffle that is done as well. If this is your first time on my channel, you're welcome. Please like, comment, and share. And especially please subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back. Thank you for the love. Without too much ado, let us go straight into the tutorial. Welcome back to the class, guys. So here we are going to draft directly on the fabric. The length I'm working with is 27. So this is the length I'm marking right away. I'm working with length 27. I'm working with a 6-year-old girl. It can be used for 8 years as well. So from this, my mark now, I'm going to mark my shoulder line, which is 6 inches, the neck width, which is 2.5. I'm going to mark 2.5 neck width, and I'm going to mark the depth of the neck, of the back neck, 1.5, and the front, 3.5 inches. Okay, so I'm going to be marking the back neck here as well so that I can place it on top of the back and cut it out. So 1.5 for the neck back depth and 3.5 for the front neck depth. So I'm marking it directly on my fabric like so. So afterwards, I'm going to take my slope, my shoulder slope. I'm using 1 inch for the shoulder slope. I'm going to take the shoulder slope like so, and I'm going to connect it directly to my neck width. As you are seeing me, I'm going to connect it directly to the wideness of the neck. Then I'm going to come down from my armhole from the shoulder slope. I will come down. The armhole I'm working with is also 6 inches. So I'm going to come down and mark 6 inches from my shoulder slope. I'm going to mark 6 inches as well, like so. And I'm going to connect it in a straight line. So after this, I'm going to bring down my shoulder slope to form my armhole. I'm going to connect my armhole like so. I will go up by 3 inches. That's the half of my armhole. And I will go in by half an inch from the armhole side. And to connect my armhole, I'm going to be dividing my chest circumference by 4. Okay, and I added sewing allowance to it. I used 7.5 from plus my sewing allowance. I added 1.5 because I'm working with chest 24 divided by 4 is going to give me 6, and I use 7.5, so I added 1.5 sewing allowance to it. So I'm going to connect it like so, and after I'm done with this, I'm going to divide my hip. Okay, the hip I'm working with is 26. Okay, so 26 divided by 4 is going to give me like 6.75. Okay, so I'm going to be adding like minimum of 4 inches to this because we're going to be forming a line. So with my sewing allowance, everything, I think I use 11 inches. Okay, I use 11 inches, and I'm going to go ahead to connect it directly. You can see the way I did my ruler. I placed my ruler, I connect it directly to the chest line like so. So I have my chest line and I have my length in A-line form. I added at least 4 inches to my hip. My hip divided by 4, cut off my hip, I added 4 inches, and I mark that's what I mark at the M line. And I went up by 1 inch. I don't want it to have a pencil mouth. I want it to be rounded form a little. So at my down line, I enter 1 inch to curve my M line. So this is the back. I've placed my fabric, my front on my back, and I'm trying to mark my zipper allowance because I'm going to be taking a little bit of zipper tightening, the back tightening. So mind you, I first cut out the back neckline from the front, that 1.5 depth. That is what I first cut out. And I cut out the armhole for the back as well. So I'm trying to cut out the back like so. Okay, I'll just follow what I cut on the front, and I will follow it to use it to cut the back aside the zipper allowance. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, I'm done cutting it. The next thing I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be separating them, back and the front. Okay, I will leave my back for now and I will work on my front. I still have to cut out the neck depth for the front and the armhole depth for the front as well. So I just try to trim out the half an inch we went in with, and the neckline, the depth of the neck, which is 3.5. Okay, so we are done with the back, with the front. The next thing, I will use it to cut the facing. And the facing I want to cut, I want it to pass my armhole line so that I can use it to turn the armhole so that we have a neat finishing. So I'm just trying to pin it down so that I can use it to cut the facing. So afterwards, I'm going to work on my back. Okay, so the only thing I want to do at this back is just to take care of the zipper bulge. Okay, if you look very well too, the children, the kids, if you don't take care of the zipper bulge, they used to have zipper bulge as well. So I'll just go ahead and mark my half length. That's my shoulder to waist. I use 11 here. I have 11 as my waistline here. So, and I slash through my zipper allowance like so. So from that waistline, what I will do, I'm going to go in by 1 inch. Yes, I will go in by one. We don't have that. We are not putting that. I will go in by 1 inch. I have 1.5 inches for my zipper allowance. So I will go in by 1 inch. And from that 1 inch, I will take it down to the hip line like so. I'm going to take it down to the hip line in a slanted form like so, and to the neckline as well in a slanted form. I'm going to take it up to the neckline as well. So we are done with zipper bulge. So it's going to, this thing we did now, this little thing we did is going to take care of that zipper bulge. It's not going to be bulge at the back. So I've cut it out and I'm done with my cutting for the back as well. So I will use it to cut the facing as well. Okay, so before that, we are going to be cutting the ruffle that is at the down of this dress. And I folded my fabric. The length is actually depends on you and how many years old you are working with. Here I have more than 60 by length. At least I cut like two of these. I folded my fabric into, I cut like 70 inches by 4. Okay, the wideness is 4. The wideness is 4 inches. I do 4 inches wideness. Like I said earlier, the length actually depends on how old you are working with. But like my own, I say I'm working with 6 years old. You can use it for 7, 8 years old as well. So I cut like 70 to 80 per length in two places. We have two layers in two places. So 80 by length and 80 by 4 inches. Okay, 4 inches for the wideness and 80 for the depth, for the length rather. And I cut it in two places because we have two layers. So I will go ahead and fold the mouth of the stripe, the long stripe we just cut now. So here is my bodice, my front, our clothes, my front and my back. Okay, I've gone ahead to cut the facing. Like I said earlier, I let my facing to come down 2 inches below the armhole. Okay, 2 inches below the armhole. Like I said, I want to use it to turn in the neck and the armhole as well. Okay, I don't want to use bias for the armhole, so I want to use the facing to turn the armhole to have a neat finishing. So I did that for the back as well, for the front as well. So here is what I have. This is the facing. Okay, this is actually the facing. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to place the back on the front and I'm going to join the shoulder. Okay, I will join the shoulder of the dress separately and I'm going to join the shoulder of the facing separately as well so that I can use it to turn. Okay, shoulder to shoulder. The lining, I will join the shoulder of the back and front. The dress, I will join the shoulder of the back and front. I will come and show us the next thing to do. Okay, like I said earlier, I'm going to fold the mouth, all the edges of this ruffle. So this is what I have. I've gone ahead to join the shoulder together. Okay, like so. This is the shoulder of the dress. Okay, and I want to fix my zipper. So please mind you, if you are using a visible zipper like my own, don't sew the zipper yet until you are done with the turning of your neck and your armhole. Okay, but if you are using the other zipper that you can pieces into two, that you can open into two, it will open into separate way, you can do that. Because after I did it, I find it difficult to turn my clothes inside out. So I had to lose one side so that I'll be able to turn my clothes inside out. So I will go ahead, place my facing, use it to sew the neck. Okay, I use it to turn in the armhole. I use it to turn in the arm. I will match the shoulder together, and I will use it to turn the armhole and turn the neckline as well. So I will take us through the journey of the fixing of the zipper. Because somebody asked in one of my video that I should show how to fix invisible zipper. So here is my own on the sewing machine. Okay, so I've opened my zipper like so. So this is my zipper. I'm using invisible zipper like I said earlier. Okay, let me close it and reopen it. So this is the zipper here with me. I open it, and you know the mouth now that will go outside, okay? And your fabric, the mouth that will go outside, you will place it on top of each other. Place the right side on top of the right side, okay? The right side of the zipper on top of the right side of the fabric, okay? And the one that is facing outside is going to face outside. So what I normally do, I will place it like so, and I'll be opening it. So if you open your invisible zipper, you see there is a line, a tiny hole. Okay, that is what you are going to follow. So you are going to follow that tiny hole. I normally open and sew like that until I'm done with the length of the zipper that I want to use. Okay, I will open and sew. I will open and sew. Okay, I'm using my manual machine here because I don't have the zipper foot for my industrial sewing. So if I want anything I want to fix manual machine like that, I want to fix zipper. I normally use manual machine sometimes. Okay. So until I get the zipper foot. So I will open and sew like that until I'm done. This one I pass the waistline like by 3 inches. Okay. I passed my waistline by 3 inches and I stopped. Okay, this is how I normally fix my invisible zipper. If you're not clear enough, just let me know so that I can do a separate video on how to fix invisible zipper. So it's closed. If you look closely, it's very close. Okay, because of the color I'm using, you might not really see it. So I will turn the other side as well. The second side, I will turn it to fix it. I will not show this I will not show this process because it's the same process I did. So I'm going to open the zipper and be careful while fixing. When fixing this other side, it can be so that you will not turn it upside down. So I will put it like as well the way I did the first one, and I'm going to open press it. Okay, so I'm done with fixing of the zipper, and I've picked my side as well. Like I said, when I was cutting this clothes, I said I use 1.5 inches for the seam allowance. Okay, so I've used the 1.5 inches. I've joined the 1.5 inches at the side. So to make my gown, here is my gown. I'm done. You will pick your own allowance. If it is 2 inches you use as your sewing allowance, you are going to pick the 2 inches. I've actually pressed it. Okay, I've pressed it and it's looking very beautiful and neat. You can see how neat it is. So I'm done with the folding of my ruffles edge. I fold the edges of my ruffle. So the next thing we are going to be doing now, we're going to be placing this ruffle now. Okay, we are going to place this stripe on top of the cloth and form ruffle. The ruffle that we saw on the screen, we are going to be forming it. So I will place it like so, pin it down. Okay, I'm going to be pinning it down. Mind, we are going to come down from that hem line. We will come down 1 inch. Okay, 1 inch. We'll go up by 1 inch rather from that hem line, from the damper. We're going to go up by 1 inch. I will place, you can mark it. I think I later chalked it so that I will follow my chalk. So I pin it down at first, okay, and I came out by 1.5 or 1 inch before I folded my first ruffle. So we are going to fold it. This thing we are going to be forming key split inside, inner key splitting, inner box split. How you know it? So you first of all, I first pin it down to my zipper side, okay, and I marked 1 inch. That is 1 inch. From that 1 inch, I folded first one. You can see my first split lie on top of that 1 inch, and the folding is going outside. The fold just go outside, and I folded another one. Just watch what I'm doing. I folded another one to form a pleat inside, to form a kiss inside, and I pin it down. Watch another one. Okay, just watch me. Okay. And I will pin it down. Okay, I form another one that I form. Okay, I form another one to go and meet it. And I will kiss it inside. So I will take it to my sewing machine like that. I will continue doing it like that. And I'm going to sew on the middle of this pleat. I'm going to sew on the middle. It's on the middle I will run my stitches. Okay. So I will continue doing that first layer like that until when I finish the first layer, I'm going to take the second one to form my second layer pleat. Okay. I will go up from the first one. I will go up by 2 inches. Okay, because so that I can have a space. I went up by 2 inches, okay? And I actually marked the 2 inches before I started forming my pleat as well. Just like inverted inner box pleat or kissing pleating or how you know it. I don't know the name I will give it, okay? So that is how I will do it. I will continue doing it like that too until I actually exhausted my fabric. Okay, and I will sew on the middle. I'm going to run the stitches on the middle. So I will take this to the sewing machine. I will finish it and I will close the back. Okay, I went up by 2 inches from that first layer. I went up by 2 inches from where would the first layer stopped. Okay, I will continue, take it to sewing machine and finish sewing it, and I will come and show us the look of this, the outlook, the outcome. So here is what we have, guys. It's looking very, very beautiful. You need to try this. It's looking very beautiful and neat. I've not even pressed this ruffle, but it's looking neat, very neat and beautiful. So I've gone ahead to join the back. Okay, I've closed the back. And I want to add a bow to the fabric. Here is the bow that I have. Okay, the length is 10 inches. The wideness is 10 inches and the length is 15 or okay, I think 16 inches. Okay, I use 16 inches for the length and 10 inches for the wideness. Okay, I'm going to fold it like so and I'm going to run the stitches, close it, and I'm going to cut the middle to turn it inside out and I will give it a good press. This is the belt. I want to have a belt too. So the belt is 3.5 inches wideness on fold and 15 inches for the length. That will be 7 inches by 15 inches. If you fold it, it's going to be 3.5 by 15 inches. I'm going to run the stitches and I will turn it inside out as well. I will place it like so and sew it together and I will place my bow on top of it so that I can place it on top of my dress like so. You can place it anywhere you want on the dress. If you have watched to the extent, please and please like, comment and share and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to show us the look, the finished look.